stiff, a little bit sore. I'm trying to do a challenge where I do a lot of walking and my legs are a little tired, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna practice some consistency anyway. Let's get into our first warm-up exercise, the hip cars. I have just realized that I completely forgot to connect any form of microphone, so hopefully you can hear me. Where is the other microphone? Give me just a second. Gonna connect some doodads. Anyways, while we wait for my microphones to be set up, let's talk about hip cars. Hip cars look a little bit like this. We're gonna start by lifting our knee in front, directly in front of us. And then we're gonna open up our hip directly to the side. Try to open up the knee as much as you can. From here, we're gonna rotate the leg so that the ankle gets as high as possible. If you can't figure this out, try to get the horizontal first, and then keep going. Rotate, 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 some more. Oh. Now your hips and your hamstrings will probably go a little bit crazy. From here, bring the leg down and back. Flex the hamstrings, flex the glutes, and we have a whole entire hip go. From there, we're gonna loop back into that high knee and go about 10 times each on either side. Alright, I'm gonna plug this in, and then let's go. Give me just a second. Okay, let's get into our hip cars. Keep that core nice and tight, high knee, open, ankle up some more, down and back, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going a little bit fast. Keep on focusing on lifting your knee as high as you can. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. That's 8. High knee, open, ankle up, down and back. 9, last one, open, ankle up, down and back. Oh, those are some hip cars. Do a little dance. Shake out that hip. We got a bunch of comments coming in. Queen RS is confirming that I can hear you here. Oh, amazing. Very nice, very nice. And Chase says, hello, Gaeta. Oh, wait, hold on. Travel Daxi says, I can hear you. Your video, nice. Thanks for your work. Oh, thanks, Rezora-kun. And Gaeta says, me too. All right, good, awesome. Gaeta has a Ken hyphen. And that looks like it was just saying my name. Okay, cool. I was like, wait, what happened? Welcome back, Gaeta. Che, Travel Daxi. All right, let's go. Hip cars, other side. Let's do it. Keep the core nice and tight. And high knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. If you're just joining in, what we're doing is called hip cars. And, these are all about trying to get your legs to move through their maximum range of motion available at the hip using your own muscle power. And so we're contracting a lot of muscles. We're trying to bring our leg up as high as possible, opening that hip wide, bringing the ankle up as high as we can, bring the leg down and back. And I'm going to be honest, since I was talking, I completely forgot to count. Let's say that was 6. Open, ankle up, down and back. 7, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back. 8, high knee, open, ankle up, down and back. 9, high knee, open up, ankle up, down and back. And that, I believe, is 10. Okay, we've done our hip cars. Going forward, take a quick break, do a little wiggle, do a little dance, shake out your legs. We're going to go ahead and do them in reverse. All right, so in reverse, the first move is this. Bring the leg down and back. This was our starting move. When it's the first move, I find that I get a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more intense, pushing really hard into it. And this is when I want you to really focus on keeping that core nice and tight. If you're a little too loose, too relaxed, like you're hula hooping or you're twerking, when you bring this leg down and back, you tend to put a lot of pressure here into the low back. And that's not necessarily going to be very comfortable or that good for the spine. So let's keep that core tight so that when you bring the leg back, all of the movement is coming from the hip. It's not coming from the low back. All right? Tight core. Let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. Oh, I went the wrong way. My bad. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. That's 3. There's another benefit to having a tight core, and that is it helps you balance a little bit better. High. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. 6. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. 7. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. 8. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. 9. Back. Or maybe that was 8. Back. Ankle up. Ankle down. 9. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. 10. Oh, that is 75% of our hip guys. We have one last leg. We're almost done. Let's go. Core tight. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Ooh, back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. Knee. 5. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. 6. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. 7. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. 8. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. 9. Last one. Back. Side. Ankle up. Ankle down. 10. Whew, those are our hip curls. Hopefully your hips are moving a little bit looser and are moving a little bit better. Do a little shake, relax a little bit, and let's get into our second warm-up exercise. Eduardo's back. Welcome, welcome. And second warm-up exercise is elephant walks. It looks a little bit like this. We're going to fold first into this L shape. If your hamstrings are a little bit tight and you can't fold quite as deep and you're a little bit higher up, that's okay. Just keep on trying to bring your belly button down towards the ground. Whew. If you have a tight low back, that might be a little bit uncomfortable for a moment. Give your back a couple seconds to relax, chill out, and breathe. When you start really feeling it in your hamstrings, we're ready to move on. I want you to start adding a little bit of movement. So bend one knee, straighten out the other. Bend the other knee, straighten out the leg that was bent. And keep on going, just a little bit at a time. Slowly, slowly. During this movement, I want you to feel your hamstrings pulling harder and harder. Keep on trying to bring your belly button down deeper and deeper into a stretch. And keep on going. The first couple reps are going to feel pretty intense. I want you to get to a point where this stops feeling so bad and you go, oh, hey, this isn't so bad. I can do these. And I want you to build some confidence in this position because it is a hard position to get into and it takes time for your hamstrings to chill out and relax. Whew. One knee in, one knee out. Keep on bringing the belly button down. Knee, knee, belly button, knee, belly button, knee, knee. Keep on going. All right. We're going to go for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Pop into a little bit of a squat. Come on up, back into standing, and let's talk about what we're doing here. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice the number one quality, consistency, to build a little bit of community, to try to send some good vibes out into the internet and help us all stay a little bit more consistent and help us through the suffering that is hanging on the floor, struggling. So that sounds like fun. That sounds like something you want to do. Not the struggling part, but the hang out with people while you struggle part. Make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and let's keep hanging out. If you're not sure, keep following along. We've only done 1.5 stretches. We got 8 different moves to get through. So let's get back into it. The next thing we're gonna do is gonna be from the same position that we did the elephant walk in. We're gonna be folding forward, right? And then we're gonna bend one knee, but everything else is a little bit different from here. The next move is called the thoracic rotation. What we're doing is rotating our spines up and to the side, I guess. Rotating backwards. And what we're gonna do is bend this knee, take the arm from the bent leg side, reach across the body, and push against the outside of the leg to help rotate that chest. Rotate it out. Point the hands up. Breathe. Once you feel like you've reached as high as you can, as far back as you can, I want you to take a small inhale and then exhale. And see if you can reach a little bit further while you exhale. Oh, that is half of a rep. We've only done one side. We got to do the other side, but we're doing 5 of these total. So that means we got 4.5 more reps. All right, let's go. Now, other leg is bent. Arm from the bent leg side is reaching across the body to the straightened leg. It's pushing out. We're pushing. I'm talking fast, but you don't have to move fast. You can be graceful and gentle to your back. Open up those shoulders. Reach behind you. Breathe. And that is our first rep. We got 4 more to go. Let's keep it up. Leg bent, leg straight, open. And down. Other side. And down. Every rep, I want you to keep trying to get a little bit deeper into the stretch. We're only doing 5, so it should be possible to make a little bit of, not progress necessarily, but try to reach a little bit further each time. And how many? I think this is number 3. I gotta count out loud more. Keep on forgetting where we're at. Okay, open. 4. 4. 5. 5. Okay. Whew. That is some thoracic rotation. Hopefully, your back is feeling a little looser. Maybe your shoulders are a little bit more tired than you'd expect. And that's okay. That's normal. That was really intense. Reaching as hard as you can. Whew. That is our second warm-up exercise. We are ready to move on into our third warm-up exercise. It's called the Cossack switch, and it looks a little bit like this. We are opening up our legs pretty wide. We are squatting down on one side and trying to get as low and compact to the ground as possible, while this leg over here is just chilling off to the side. And we're going to scoot our butts from one side to the other. Pause, chill here for a second, come back, pause, chill here for a second, and that is 1 rep. For most of us, it's going to be a little bit hard to get into that deep position. Our ankles and our hips and our knees aren't quite ready for it. So we're going to take a second to hug our knees to our chest, like so, and lean forward so that we're getting a little bit of stretch here in the Achilles tendon. Whew. Breathe. Chill. Relax. Whew. And while you chill out here, hopefully your ankles get a little bit of a stretch. Your hips are folding forward. Keep on trying to bring your knees to your chest. This forward squished position is going to be super useful for our Cossack switches. If you're feeling a little bit more comfortable now, you're going to try to add in a tiny little bit of wiggle. Imagine that you're just kind of squirming in place, flexing some muscles, relaxing some muscles, flexing some muscles, relaxing some muscles so that you can get a little bit more muscle activation while in the stretched out position. All right. With that, I think we're about ready. It's time to crush some Cossack switches. We are going from this tuck position where our knees are to our chest and we're grabbing our hands to pull them in. We're going to take those hands. We're going to put them directly in front of us, right on the floor. From here, we're going to extend one leg out to the side. And then we're going to try and put the heel of this foot down on the ground as much as possible. Putting the heel down helps us with balance, and we want to be balanced because we're doing a lot of movement here in this kind of awkward angle. All right. So, for some of us, you might have to be pretty high up in order to get the heel down on the ground. If you have a little bit more mobility, you might be able to get a little lower. If you're a lot more mobile, you might be able to sink real deep into that stretch. You can also rotate the leg. For some of you, you'll find that keeping your knee pointed forward is going to be more comfortable. For some of you, most people, it's going to be opening up the hips so that the knee is pointing off to the side. That's going to be a little bit more comfortable. Experiment, figure out what it takes to get that heel down and keep your hips low. From here, we're ready to go. We're going to start scooting and bring our butt across to the other side. I want you to use your hands if you need it. All right. Drop your hands, scoot your butt over. Oof. Come to the other side. Chill, sit into that stretch. Come back. Woo. And keep going. That was one. We started number 2. If you're feeling pretty good, you don't need your hands. You can continue without. That's 3. If your knees are starting to feel a little bit achy, you can come up first, come across, then sink into it. Puts a little bit less pressure on the inner knees. And I think that's 4. Keep on going. We're doing 10 of these in total. This is 5. Again, as always, you can put your hands down, give yourself a little bit of support as you go from side to side. This is 5. And if you're feeling ready for a big challenge, you can try and sit up really straight. You can stick your arms out in front of you for balance. You can keep going. 6. And 7. And 8. Do try to give a bit of a pause on either end. Get into a nice deep stretch on both sides. This is 9, last one. And we are done. This is number 10. That is our Cossack switches. Hopefully, you handled them at whatever level of difficulty that you were able to handle, because I tried my best to give you a whole bunch of variations to make it easier and or harder for you. I'm a little bit out of breath. We are done with our warm-up exercise. And hopefully your muscles are a little bit more warm. We'll do some 5 stretches. Travel with Roxy says, did they lag for anyone today? Great question. Are we lagging? We've been having some technical difficulties. Internet and Wi-Fi and data on the phones have just been a little bit all over the place. We haven't been able to get a super high quality live out for a couple of days now. It's been a bunch of laggy ones. No lag, but maybe a delay in the voice. Oh, what? That's new. That's a new problem. Okay. Thank you for letting us know, Che. Thank you for letting me know, Che. All right. Let's get into our stretches. We have 5 stretches to do. The first one is a hamstring stretch. For this hamstring stretch, I recommend you grab a block or a cushion of some sort. That's because we are going to drop down onto one knee and extend the other leg out for this stretch. This knee down here could be fine without padding, could be fine without extra support, but if you want it, you should definitely grab a little cushion, some old towels, a flip-flop, something to give your knee a little bit of protection. All right? Once you've gotten it, I want you to get into this position. If your knees fit, put both your knees right next to each other on top of the cushion. From here, I want you to keep checking out your hips. And I want you to make sure that the hips are in line with each other so that they are like this. All right? A lot of the time, we get into a situation where when we extend one leg out, we start reaching really far with one leg, and one hip ends up way far out there, and the other hip is way back. All right? That's not what we want. We want to have the hips go straight across your body, so keep that in mind. All right? From here, we're focusing on bringing the belly button down to the thigh. And it looks a little bit like this. I'm going to explain a little bit more for the first leg. So if you have a leg that needs a little bit extra help, needs a little bit extra time stretching, start with that one. From here, you start feeling the hamstrings. Your hamstrings are going to be a little bit unhappy with you, and that's okay. Just going to breathe and chill and breathe and chill. Feel that hamstring stretch. Maybe feel it building in your calves, in your feet. Maybe feel it here in the glute where your hamstrings actually attach to the pelvis. And keep breathing. Try to relax your muscles as much as you can. And that is just the beginning. We're not even close to stretching it. Hold on. We're going to do an inhale and an exhale. On the inhale, I want you to take in a bunch of air. And on the exhale, I want you to slowly release it. And while you're exhaling, I want you to try your best to fold your belly button down into a deeper stretch. We're going to get into a deeper stretch. We're going to take some normal breaths after that, and then we're going to see how that goes. All right? We're going to inhale. Exhale. Now your hamstrings are really tingly, your calves are really unhappy, and that is a-okay. From here, I want you to breathe normally. Relax, everything is okay. And we're gonna do one more inhale. All right, get ready. Come on, inhale. Exhale and fold. Now we are in a very deep stretch. You might have heard my voice get a little bit higher because I am struggling, and that is part of the process. Try your best to get back to normal. Breathe. Try to be calm. And let's go. 30 seconds. 30. 29. 28. 27. 26. 25. 24. 23. 22. 21. 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, come on out of that stretch. Oh, man, come on out of that stretch. Let your hamstrings relax. Let these hips relax. Wiggle around. Squirm if you need to. Shake out the leg. And we're going to switch over to the other side. Again, if your cushion is big enough, you can drop both knees down on the ground. Extend one leg out in front. Keep the hips nice and square so it's a straight line in front of each other or right next to each other and not twisted so that one leg is way far out. All right. We're going to bring the belly button down. Let's go. Relax. Breathe as much as you can in a chill, relaxed way. Not a that type of breathe as much as you can kind of way. And let's inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Keep on trying to bring that belly button down to the ground. It's about the belly button. It's about the hips folding forward. It's not about your head or your shoulders or your back curling into a little bit of a ball. Try to relax those muscles up there. Focus on just the belly button. All right? Whew. Chill here. Again, breathe for a couple of seconds. And we're going to get ready for another inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. That is our setup, and I think we're starting to counter 30 seconds right now. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. Ooh. Again, wiggle around, squirm, shake, do whatever you gotta do. Relax those muscles. Oh, that. We're doing 5 stretches in total, and we're ready to move on to number 2. This cushion that you've been using, you can just kick it off to the side. We don't need it anymore. But we do need a wall. And I recommend you get your butt directly up against it for this next stretch because we're doing the butterfly stretch. The butterfly stretch is all about opening up the groin muscles here in the center of your legs. And the way you do that, once you bring your feet in, is by pushing your knees down into the ground, right? What I want you to do is use your own muscles to do this because I want you to get stronger as we get more mobile. I want you to use your outer thighs, and I want you to use your glutes to help bring your knees down into the ground. If you're not quite sure you're doing it right, you're like, are these the right muscles? If you're feeling a stretch here in the groin, if you're seeing your knees go down, you're probably doing the right thing. And that's plenty to get started. From here, with your back against the wall, you might be feeling some pressure in your mid-back. Keep on bringing your hips back so that your hips and your back are against the wall. And while you use those muscles, we're going to attack those legs with our hands. We're going to push our knees down into the ground. And you're going to feel a whole bunch of pressure in your shoulders, maybe in the back of your head from the wall. And that's okay. It's keeping us from falling backwards, and it's helping us focus on the stretch. Let's go 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. Oh, let your hands go first. Let your legs relax. You might not be able to move your legs so well right now. Might be kind of stuck feeling. And that is often what happens when you really push down on the legs. So just give them a little bit of a shake, wake them up, and they should be able to continue and flap like a real butterfly. Like a real butterfly. Is that a Pinocchio reference? It might be. Okay, anyways. Oh, when your legs are moving, all right, come back up into standing. We're going to get ready for stretch number 3, the standing and or the seated pancake. In both moves, what we're trying to do is we're trying to fold our upper body down in between our legs. And we're trying to get as deep as we can, both with the width of our legs and also how far we're bringing the belly button down to the ground. Oh, that is our basic pancake. All right. When we're standing, when we're seated, I want you to try your best to get your body to a horizontal position. The reason why I care about the horizontal is because that's when you'll feel gravity pulling down on your body the most. And we want gravity to do as much work as possible because we want to be as chill and as lazy as possible. We're doing the hard work. We're just, waiting for gravity to pull its weight to pull our weight, I guess, technically. And the best way to do that is to have your upper body basically horizontal. Cool? Maintain horizontalness while you're in other positions when you're trying to be more than 90 degrees. Well, for the standing pancake, you can sort of just scoot your butt back and fold forward. Try to keep your whole upper body horizontal. You can keep on scooting that butt back. You can keep on scooting that butt back. Keep on scooting that butt back until you get really, 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 really deep in that stretch. For the people who are seated and doing a seated pancake, you can use different heights in your seated situation. If you have a really tall chair, or if you use a wall to rest against, you can get into that same horizontal position. If you don't have those things, you want to start a little bit lower, that's also okay. There's no problem with being in a less intense version of the stretch. Once you've opened up your legs, you might need a little bit of time to get closer and closer and closer to a horizontal position. The more forward you're leaning, the more power and gravity you're going to feel. But if you're stuck at this angle and you can't get any further, you're going, ugh, It's gonna help to elevate your butt. All right, that's all I got. That's all the information for today. Let's get into some pancake. We're gonna start by either sitting on whatever you're prepared to sit on. Try to make sure it's stable and doesn't slide out from underneath you when you wiggle and try to get deeper into the stretch. We're gonna open up the legs, both of us, the standing and the seated, and try and get as deep as we can. It doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to get to like 180 degrees because that would be a split and it'd be very impressive. But get wherever you can, where it's comfortable. We're gonna fold forward. Once you've hit your 90 degrees or your back is close to horizontal position, scoot that butt back, keep on folding, scoot the butt back, keep on folding, and let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. The goal is to fold the belly button down into the ground. Keep folding. 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Keep on breathing. Don't hold your breath. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, that is our stretch. Squirm around, wiggle, try to wiggle your feet so that your toes come in, your heels come in, your toes come in, your heels come in, your toes come in, your heels come in, until you're finally back into standing. And the standing pancake is going to be a little bit more difficult than the seated pancake. And a lot of the reason happens right here in the inner thighs. When we do the standing pancake, our legs here are getting stretched, right? The deeper into that position you're getting, the more stretch you're getting. But because we're standing, we also have to contract the muscles so that we can actually stay here, stay in this position. And contracting and holding that for 30 seconds is quite a bit of intensity. And, realistically, we stay in that position for way longer than 30 seconds because 30 seconds is what we think I counted. Setting up, getting into it, getting out of it, way longer than 30 seconds. And, of course, for all of our pancake ears, your hamstrings are going to be suffering quite a bit while you're trying to fold forward and you're having your whole body pull you down into a deeper position. Whew. Standing pancake, seated pancake, basically the hardest stretch in our entire show. You did good. We're going to move on. Let's get into our pigeon and or our figure 4 stretch. I'm pretty sure yesterday we did the pigeon, so it's time for some figure 4. Both stretches look a little bit like this, and you can choose whatever one you want to do. This is what I'm demonstrating. I'm going to demonstrate the figure 4. But both stretches look a little bit like this. We're bringing the leg across the body. We're lifting the leg up, bring the belly button down towards the leg, folding forward, and we're trying to feel the stretch out here. You might also feel it here in the hip. You might also feel it here in the hamstring. Those are okay, but we want to try our best to feel it here in the side of the glute and the side of the hip. All right, let's get into the figure 4. We're going to take that leg position crossed over our body and lay down on our backs. This version is nice and chill until you actually have to do the hard stuff. We're going to reach our hands through shoulder and around the leg that is not folded across our body. And we're going to pull it in. Pull. Breathe. Pull some more, and once you're really feeling that stretch and it's nice and intense, you're feeling it out here in the glute, in the hip, we're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30, 9, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. Again, we're trying to feel the stretch out here in the side of the glute and the side of the hip. If you're feeling it mostly somewhere else, relax your spine, lay down, focus on pulling the leg up towards your face. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, let the leg go. Relax, breathe. Maybe if you want, you can drop your arms to either side and let your hips. Ooh, I don't know if you heard that hip crack, but my hips just cracked. You can drop your hips, drop your legs to either side. Give your low back a little bit of relaxation. Maybe your hips will as well. And oh, relax. All right, let's switch over to the other side. Other side. Let's see. We just did this one. Other one. Bring the leg across so that the ankle is resting just below the knee. Reach your hands through and around. Pull that knee in. All right. Now I'm gonna spin around like a little turtle on my back to pull the leg in. We want to feel the stretch here in the outside of the hip, in the outside of the glute. If your knees are feeling a little bit sensitive, you can cup the knee for a little bit of support. And let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Keep on pulling that knee in. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, relax your arms, relax your legs. The figure 4 is easy to get into, but it is hard to maintain because you're pulling your legs so hard. So give yourself a chance to relax. Let your arms flop to either side. Drop your hips, up your knees down. Oh, yeah, get a little bit of movement into the spine. Ooh, my back just cracked. And once you've done a couple of these, it's time to move on into our 5th and final stretch. We're doing some side splits. Whew. All right, I hope you're ready. Let's do this. If you're just joining in, by the way, and you have no idea what it is that we do 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, and hopefully we make a lot of progress because we're spending the time, we're investing the energy into better movement and better side splits. Anyways, it's stretch number 5. We're doing some side splits. Let's do it. First thing I want you to do is set up by standing 8 to 12 inches in front of a wall. The reason for that is because when we're doing the side splits, inevitably you're going to be in a position where you're squirming around and trying to get deeper into the stretch. And sometimes, if you start falling backwards a little bit because you lost balance, you might start falling and you might drop onto your butt and it's going to hurt. So if you have a wall right behind you and you fall into the wall with your butt, you won't have to fall as far. Or maybe you'll even see that you're falling and go, no, boom. Your shoulder will smash into the wall and your butt won't fall into the ground. Maybe you won't react at all and your back will go poof. And your back will be a little bit uncomfortable. You might knock some air out of your lungs, but you won't have fallen all the way down into the ground and go, ah. See? All right, let's get into our stretches. Stand 8 to 12 inches in front of a wall. For most people, that's about 1 to 2 footsteps in from the wall. And we're going to open up our legs. While you're standing up, we're just trying to open as wide as we can while being relatively comfortable. If you're in a really deep position, but your hips are starting to hurt and they're feeling really bad, bring your legs in. You don't have to be that far. We do the depth of the split thing later. All right? From here, we're going to fold forward. I'm going to bring the belly button down into the ground. All right? Fold, 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 fold. And here we are. If this looks like how we're setting up for the pancake, it looks the exact same. I want you to try your best to put your hands down on the ground. If you cannot reach, you can try a block, a stool, something to give yourself a little, I don't know, hands off the ground. What's the word I'm looking for today? All right. From here, we are in this deeper position. We are keeping our hands on the ground to keep us supported. And what we're going to try and do is rotate our legs. We're going to go from this position where our feet are down on the ground to this position where the heels are down, the toes are up, and the knees are pointing up. Okay? But when you do this, we're rotating our thigh bone so that it opens up more space for our legs in the side split. So that's it. We're here. This is the side split position. If you would like, you can walk your hands back a little bit further, put more body weight into the legs, increase the tension there in the legs. You can add a little bit of a wiggle from side to side to see if you can break the friction holding your feet back. Otherwise, we're ready to go. Let's do it. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, crawl. Bring your hands forward. Oh, pull your legs in and come on out of that stretch. That was our first side split. We're doing 3 of these in total, and that means that we got to shake out some tension in between each of them so we can get the most out of each stretch. Oh, when you're ready, come back into standing and let's shake it out. Oh, I want you to do something that looks kind of like this. We're flicking the leg out, and I want you to imagine that your feet are a little bit wet. You stepped in a puddle and you're trying to send some droplets of water flying far, 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 far away. All right? And when you get a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more used to that, you can drop the knee, you can relax a little bit more, and you can just shake, 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 wiggle, 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 flop, 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 flop. I want the ankles relaxed. I want the ankles loose, flopping all over the place. The calves maybe are swinging back and forth and not doing anything. We want the muscles in the leg to be as relaxed as possible. And if your legs are looking floppy and shaky and wiggly, that's basically good enough. Other leg. Flick, 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 flick. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. And 5 to 10 seconds on each leg should be plenty. Charles actually says 100%. I did not see the message that came prior to that, but whatever she said. All right, let's continue. We've shaken out the legs. Now we're going to shake out the hips, give that a little bit of movement to help relax the hip muscles, because when you're in this position, these muscles right here are really strained and really struggling. So let's help them relax. Put all of your weight onto one leg. Drop the big toe or the ball of the foot in the other leg down. Give a slight bend to the knee, and I want you to bring the leg in and out. All of the movement is happening here where the thigh bone connects into your hips. The chest is not moving, the other leg is not moving. Everything is happening right here in this hip. If you do this nice and gentle and pick up the pace a little bit, that movement will help these muscles in the hip to relax. All right, we're gonna do the same for the other side. All of your weight is in one leg, ball of the foot, big toe comes down on the other. We are rotating, swing those hips around, doing a little dance, and we're done. That's it. We're done cooling down. It's time to get into stretch number 2, side split number 2. Stand 8 to 12 inches in front of whatever it is you're prepared to sort of fall into, and let's go. Open up the legs decently wide, wider if you can. Make sure there's no pain in the hips. If you do have discomfort, you can bring your legs in a little closer together. All right, from here we're folding forward. We're trying to put our hands down. When you're forward folded, you can actually experiment and see how much deeper you can get into the stretch immediately. Usually when we fold forward and we get into that L shape with our body, that change in angle immediately is more comfortable for us to get into a wider leg position. So give that a try and see if maybe you weren't able to reach the floor before, but all of a sudden you are now. Cool. From here, we are externally rotating this leg and also the other leg, but you're going to see this leg. We're taking this foot from flat on the ground to rotating it backwards so that the heel is down, the toes are up, the knees are pointing up, your quads are pointing up, and you're just rotating the whole leg back. All right, we're going to do that on both sides. Bang, bada bang, bada boom. We're in a side split. it's time to put a little bit more pressure into our hips. Walk your hands back. We're gonna do a little wiggle from side to side to see if we can break the friction, holding our feet back, get into a deeper stretch. And that's it. We're ready to go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. Once you're in this position, you can experiment with leaning a little bit more forward, having your hands in front of you, and having your chest more facing down. That'll put more stress into the inner thigh muscles. You can experiment with having all of your weight back into your hips, and you'll feel it more in your hamstrings. And those are all variations and different muscles that you need to stretch anyway. So you can experiment with which ones you want to do more of, which one you need more of. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Walk your hands forward, bring your legs in underneath you. Oof. And that, oh man, that is our second side split stretch. We're gonna get back up. We're gonna keep on shaking out our legs, relaxing the body, relaxing those muscles as much as we can so that we can get into a really good third stretch. Oh, grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. You have to hear mine, but I don't have to hear yours. So you can do as many as you like. Let's go. We're gonna shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Let the leg muscles relax. If they're swinging around, if they're flopping around, they can't be tense. If they were tense, you would look like an angry King Kong, right? You'd be a little bit stiff, a little bit robotic, and that's not what we want. What we're trying to do is shake and get floppy and get loose and relax those muscles so that our side split can benefit. Keep on shaking out that other leg. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. You can add your arms in, become the balloon thing at the car salesman places, car dealerships that go like this. Keep on shaking out the legs. And then, when you're ready, let's move on to the hips. From here, we're standing, putting all of our weight on one leg. We are bending the foot, putting the big toe, the ball of the foot down on this side. Bring the leg in and out, and in and out, and in and out, in and out, and in and out. And we're doing the other side. In and out, 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 in and out. And once you're done a couple of those, you pick up the speed because you're getting faster and faster. You might be able to get to the point where it looks like your whole entire leg is just going. I don't have a better sound effect for whatever this is called. So you're gonna have to just deal with that one. When you're doing that, you might notice that my quads are just flying all over the place. They're going whoa, 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 whoa. And that is a good sign that my quads are also relaxed. And that is what we want. So you don't have to get to that point in your shaky adventure today, your shaky journey today. Just know that it's something that might come up sooner or later and something you can work towards. Cool? All right. Stand 8 to 12 inches in front of whatever you are prepared to fall against. And let's go. Open up the legs decently wide. Wider if you can. Make sure there's no discomfort in the hips. If you're having some discomfort, you can bring your legs in a little bit. Fold forward. When you're folded forward, you might be able to drop deeper into your stretch automatically. So go ahead and give that a shot. From here, we're going to externally rotate the legs. So this foot right here, we are rotating so that it's pointing backwards. What we're doing is heel down, toe up, knee up, quad up. And you should find that you automatically drift a little bit deeper into that stretch. Make sure you do it for both legs. And keep on drifting. From here, we're going to walk your hands back towards your hips a little bit, put some more body weight into your legs. We're going to do a little wiggle from side to side to break that last little bit of friction holding our legs from a deeper side split. And it's time. 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. This is also a really good position to start doing some pancake from. When you're doing the seated version, especially, there's no pressure on your legs, so you can't open them as far. But when you're in this position, you got all the pressure that you can basically get in your legs, and you can pancake from here as well as your side splits. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Remember to breathe. Don't hold your breath. 6, 5. There's a lot of tension in your legs, but you want to relax as much as possible. 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. Walk your hands forward. Oh, pull your legs in. Oh, that is our third and final side split. Oh, man. We're almost done. We're going to shake out the tension in our legs. We're going to try and relax those muscles as much as we can. And you can waddle as much as you'd like as you get out of that third and final side split. Oh, let's go. Shake it out. Include your arms. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Relax everything. Don't want to hold any extra tension. It might not matter nearly as much now that you're done doing side splits for the time being, but the more loose and chill you are, the easier it'll be to go to bed. So shake it out. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Once again, we're going to shake out our hips with all of our weight on one side, dropping the toe, the ball, the foot down on the other. We'll bring the knee in and out, 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 in and out. And the other side, in and out, 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 in and out. And when you get more comfortable with this, change it up. See if you can pick up the tempo, pick up the momentum. Of course, if you can get your legs to really shake out, shake, 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 even better. That is a cool down, and that is an AI summary that I thought was a message to read. Let's go. We're gonna jump into some hip and joint checks real quick to make sure everything is moving well and working well together, and we're ready to wrap up. We're gonna do some hip circles. Oof, man, I am really sore today. Oh. With the hip circles, I want you to bring your hips through that full range of motion. Feel each of these spots where there might be tension hiding. When I do the side splits, I have a lot of tension here in the side, the left and right side of the hip, so I really enjoy spending some time like so, just chilling, leaning off to one side, feeling the stretch here. If while doing the hip circles you find that you got something else that's a little achy, needs a little bit of love, needs a little bit of attention, go ahead and give it some time, some love, some attention. My hip flexors in the front are feeling a little bit too today, so I'm gonna do a little wiggle. Go from the side to the front, to the side, to the front, and that seems good. What's going on here? Yeah, okay. Ready to move on. That hip flexor was feeling a bit weird. Let's see if the knees are doing weird stuff because of it. No, it seems fine. If you're able to do some high knees, you're ready to move on. Let's go. We're going to bring our legs pretty close together, maybe 2 fists apart, and we're going to fold and do a squat. All right, so I want you to fold forward, and I want you to tuck your chest to your knees as much as you can. It doesn't have to actually touch right now. From here, I want you to bring your knees forward so that they're past your toes as much as possible. When you do that, you should feel a whole bunch of tension on your toes, maybe in your feet, trying to keep you stable, try to keep you standing because your center of gravity is so far forward right now. And that's great. That's exactly what we want. So from here, I want you to try and get as low and squished and compact as you can. Then do a couple of calf raises. Just 1, 2, 3 is fine. If you're able to do that, you're able to get your toes working with your feet, with your ankles, your Achilles, your calves, your knees, your quads, your hips. You're trying to get all those things working together and still move. So if you're able to do a couple of calf raises, you did a really good job. And you forced all these muscles to work together, and you're probably good to go. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming in, practicing consistency with me today. I hope you enjoyed the workout. I hope you're feeling a little bit more relaxed now, post all the wiggling that we just did. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Oh, if you're just joining in, you have no idea what we do. Chareth, Emperor of Prep, says thank you. Very welcome. Thanks for hanging out and doing the live. If you're just joining in and you have no idea what we do 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice the number one quality, consistency, to build a little bit of community, to try and make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, to sit on our butts and stretch and suffer through these crazy positions and try and get more mobile. We try to make it a little bit more fun with good energy, with good vibes, with a consistent routine, right? It's hard. It's hard to do things consistently, and if you need a little bit of assistance and you hit the time zone, we started basically exactly 1 hour ago. That is our start time every single day. I make a whole bunch of other content about fitness, trying to incorporate a tiny little bite-sized piece of fitness into your daily life, into your daily routines, so that you're not feeling bad. Oh, I wasn't able to spend an hour at the gym today. There's plenty of other ways to get a little bit of exercise in your life that will help you feel better. And if you add those in, they add up and it's meaningful. Okay? And you know that if you spend 30 seconds in a stretch, you can be absolutely obliterated. So you got to believe in the same vein that we can do 30 seconds of exercise and feel like we got a really intense amount of exercise. Because that's the truth. You can get plenty of exercise in little bite-sized, couple minute long chunks. Cool? If you missed a live and you're trying to make it, but it doesn't quite work out with your schedule a lot of the days of the week, I have a long form YouTube video. It's about 15 minutes long, and it's the exact workout that we're doing right now. Talk. I don't explain anything, and we just do the moves. There's a quick preview of what's coming up next in the video. But other than that, the only sound is like a beep, 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 a countdown to start the next move. Every move that we do is exactly 30 seconds in that video, whereas during our live, we take as much time as we need to sort of sink deeper into a stretch, get deeper into a stretch, get deeper into a stretch, get deeper into a stretch, and then we start our 30 seconds. So we accumulate a couple more minutes on the live than we do when we're doing the video. Go ahead and check that out if that's what you need. Cool? If you're tight on time, that's the place to check it out. And again, it is YouTube. Splits on the side is the username. It's the same username as on Instagram and on TikTok. And Travel with Roxy has very lovely posted it in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. It is 10:01. We have run for exactly 61 minutes. This might be one of the fastest lives I've done in a while. I hope you had fun. If you got any other questions or comments in the chat, I'm going to find out because I'm scrolling back and looking at it right now. Traveler actually says, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you from Shareth. Thank you. Thank you. And sorry, I'm shaking the screen so much. What else we got? I did see for a couple of seconds some messages come in. Charlie, man, says, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Thank you for letting me know. The little thank yous give me a huge boost at the end of the lives when I'm super tired. So I appreciate the little notes. Thank you for sending them. And thank you for participating in the chat. All right, let's see. What else we got? Scrolling. Oh, am I about to get a test from TikTok? Oh, my whole app is frozen. What's going on? I'm getting a test from TikTok to confirm that I'm not a robot, and I immediately failed the test. But now I'm back. Okay. Chareth says, I do not have lag. Chaz says, no lag, but a delay in the voice. Okay, that's good. That's good. We're doing better than the last couple of days. We keep on making these tiny tweaks. We're buying faster data for the phones, and we're trying to figure out how to get both devices to go a little tiny bit faster so that the lives don't lag. And today, it seems like we might have not had any lag for the first time in a couple of days. So that's good. Make Me Resin says hello. Hi, Make Me Resin. Chase says hello. And I think I've scrolled basically to the top. All right. It's time to wrap up. So I'm going to scroll back down one last time and see if we have something else. Charlie Man says, thank you. God bless you. Stretching is an incredible way to show your body renew, to feel your body renew. Nature123 says, how often do you teach these classes? I do this every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern. So I started an hour and 3 minutes ago. And yeah, I do this every single day, Monday through Sunday. Charlie says it is an incredible way to feel your body renew. Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of the time when your body is not feeling good, it's surprising how much moving and suffering through that first couple of minutes of not feeling good and just like pushing forward so you get a little bit of movement can change like the whole thing, right? Like there are plenty of times when I'm feeling a little bit sick and I just want to give up and just lay in bed, where if I spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes going for a walk, I feel way better than if I had just sat in bed and slumped around, even though what I really wanted to do was just slouch in bed and chill. And it's the same for a lot of things. Sometimes your body just needs a little bit of movement and it will feel a lot better. And that's because your body gets used to doing the things that you're doing, right? So if you're not moving along, not moving around, and you're letting your body not move around, not move along, the system, the nervous system just gets used to that and it sets that as your normal. And if you're already in kind of like a lousy position, you're feeling a little tired and you're already getting droopy, all those patterns in your body are just going to keep on reinforcing themselves, right? So sometimes you just need to change things up a little bit to reshape what your default pattern is, at least for a moment, and you might start moving a little bit better, move a little bit smoothly. I frequently talk about warming up. Oftentimes, when you're scrolling, you see people doing some crazy cool stuff, calisthenics, balancy, crazy stuff. You're like, oh, I could do that, and then you try that move sort of in some way, shape, or form for like the first time. You're like, never mind, no, I can't do that. I was just kidding, jokes. A lot of the time, if you did a little bit of warm up, if you tried to get your body moving a little bit prior, you'll be a lot stronger in the positions, your balance will be better, and you might actually make a little bit of something that looks a little bit closer to whatever crazy thing you just saw on the internet happen. So, warm up, do something, do a little bit of movement, and a lot of the time, you'll feel a lot better. So, uh, do that. Nature123 says, I just started following you. I'll try to make it a few times a week. Lovely. Amazing. We are here every single day at the same time. So if you got the time, make it over. Again, if you don't have the time, if you can't squeeze it into the schedule, but you do want to follow something to help you stay consistent, to help you practice, so that in the days where you can make it, you'll jump right back in and everything will be good. You can check out the YouTube video. We got a 15-ish minute long version of this live where we go through all of the movements, but there's zero explanation. There is basically just 30 seconds of each move, and then we move right on. And so it goes nice and fast. I don't do any rambling or chatting. So if that's what you need in order to stay a little bit more consistent, check that out. It's on YouTube. It's on my account. It's called Splits on the Side. So the same username as on TikTok, as on Instagram. And it'll say something like 13-minute stretch as the title or the thumbnail of the YouTube video, but the video is like 15 minutes long. Cool. Charlie Man says, glad you're here. It's motivating me. Amazing. That's what I'm here for. Consistency is really hard, especially when you're doing something that, forces your limbs to be like, and is really uncomfortable. And you have to just sit there suffering through it over and over and over again. So I try to make it a little bit more entertaining, try to make it more fun. I try to keep your brain out of the movement, because after a couple of lives, after like 5 or 10 of these, you'll know the moves. I'll give you the gentle reminders of like little things to focus on or not focus on. And you'll be able to just chill and relax and enjoy the moment while you're stretching, instead of going, I got something else to do. Let me wrap up the stretch as fast as possible. And I think that slightly change in approach to how we see mobility, how we feel about getting exercise, makes a big difference. So hopefully you enjoyed the live. You're sticking around, and we'll see you tomorrow in like 24 hours. Actually, we've been running the live for 1 hour, so 23 hours. Charlie says, I was always very active, but the past year I slowly got sedentary. Want to get back to old normal. Take care. Awesome. That's good. It's good to acknowledge that things have changed and you got to work a little to get back to where you were before. That happens all the time. Charlie, thank you so much for letting me know and engaging in the chat. I appreciate you. I hope to see you tomorrow. All right, let's see what else we got. I'm going to check in over here on YouTube. Eduardo sending lots of emojis, lots of good energy. I appreciate you, Eduardo. I think we are ready to wrap up. I'm not seeing anything else. So thank you, everybody, for coming in, practicing a little bit of consistency. I hope at this point you're feeling more relaxed, more chill. You're ready to go do whatever else you got to do for today, or you're ready for bed. See you tomorrow. See you in 23 hours, 22 hours, and 51 minutes.